I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup.
In Letcher County, we know accidents can happen when you least expect them. If you've been hurt, call Hatton and Watts. We'll stand with you, just like your team does on the field. At Hatton and Watts Law Office, we're your hometown team, fighting for your family after an injury. Hatton and Watts Law Office, Letcher County's champions in personal injury and car wrecks.
And welcome back to Bluegrass Sports Nation's coverage of Letcher County Central basketball, as we saw a twister there at the end of the ball game between Letcher County Central and Hazard. Seth Cottle's three-point buzzer beater, 68-65. Bulldogs escape with the victory here at the Roy T. Reeser Gymnasium in the Susan Dougie Kinser Court at Flemington, Kentucky. And now we bring our attention to the Lady Cats of Betsy Layne taking on the Lady Cougars of Letcher County Central. Betsy Layne 9-11 on the season, shooting 38.9% from the field. Letcher Central 15-9, shooting 44.6% from the field. Lady Cats give up 31.7 rebounds a game. They average that. The Lady Cougars average 28 rebounds a game. Mark Young, we know that I was just talking to Coach Thacker there. Of course, Corey Thacker, the head coach at Betsy Layne, Keith Baker, the head coach of the Cougars. And Coach Baker and Coach Thacker were both telling me in the first game that Shyla Kidd did not play. She's a senior. She did not play against the Cougars the first time around. She's been hobbled with injury. Coach Thacker told me she's played 12 games this season, 5.3 points per game, 3.5 rebounds a game. And going to be an interesting piece to have. One of the players that I know that a lot of people have been really big on with this Lady Cats team has been Kinley Martin, 13.3 points per game to go along with 8.6 rebounds a game. They're a 28.3% three-point shooting team and shoot 59% as a team from the free throw line. Also as well, too, Jada Pente and Jaden Gerald, are two players to watch. I found out really quick before we break down Betsy Layne a little bit more that Mrs. Gerald over there, her son is Jared Gerald, and I got the opportunity to cover Jared Gerald when he played quarterback at Prestonsburg when I worked for WYMT as a sideline reporter and color commentator there. And it's crazy how mountain people, you always connect the dots and see everybody. And she told me, she said, Jaden's my daughter. She's playing tonight, but my grandson's playing in Wolfe County tonight. But she said she's loving it. And so but Betsy Layne, they're a young team. They've been hobbled with some injuries, but they also, too, have a lot of veterans, juniors and seniors. And your thoughts on this Lady Cats team?
Well, on paper, they look pretty solid. So I'm kind of anxious to see them. I've not actually got to see them play. I was watching them warm up there, and they seem pretty calm and relaxed. And a team that comes in confident, calm, and relaxed usually does well.
The first time these two teams met, the Lady Cougars won 63-52. When you look at the overall series history, this is the 15th matchup tonight. Lady Cougars lead it 11-3 overall. And as you said, it's going to be a tough, feisty competition here. The Lady Cougars took a tough L there to Floyd Central a few nights ago. Coach Baker talked about that, but wanting to get his team back on the rebound. He was bragging about Mara Dixon and how she's really coming along throughout this season, Mark, and looking to see how she does tonight. As this is the Lady Cougars, like the Cougars in the last game, this is the Lady Cougars' second game here on this court this season.
Yeah, I spoke with Coach Baker earlier today as well, and one of the things that he was telling me is that right now they're probably playing better ball than they have all year, and this close to the postseason, that's what you want to do.
Definitely. We are on the, as we've talked about in the last game, after this week and next, it's the end of the regular season, and you'll have district and regional tournament action. Letcher County Central 15-9 is mentioned there on the season. And Allie Bailey, of course, getting it done, 11.6 points per game, 4-point rebounds per game. But one person that's really coming along as well, too, for the Lady Cougars, been bad on the injury bug all season, but now getting 10.2 points per game to go along with 3.8 rebounds. And I know a lot of people just that I've talked to in the community of Letcher County, they're big on this Sadie Johnson girl and say she can be a bright spot for Coach Baker, just a junior, be huge for her senior season as well.
Oh, absolutely. She's a big, strong, physical girl. She makes her presence known on the basketball court, and she adds another layer to Coach Baker's team that they didn't have before. That mid-game, she's tough at it.
And the Lady Cougars, of course, Molly Cottle coming on at 9.8 points per game. Stamper, I think, with the Lady Cougars, she's just a workhorse. She's all over the court. You never know where she's going to be. She'll either be scoring the baskets, getting a block somehow, causing a turnover, just going for that extra rebound. I think for the postseason, or I'm saying it now, Mark, for district and region, I think she's going to be huge for the Lady Cougars to make a real deep run in March.
No, absolutely. I think the key thing is they have to play well as a team and complement each other and not expect one person to carry the load. And right now, Coach Baker says that's what they're starting to do.
And we got just about a minute and 23 seconds left early on, Mark. I mean, we've seen the Lady Cougars, haven't gotten a chance to see the Lady Cats, as you mentioned, but they look like a feisty bunch. They're going to knock back down. They're going to be right there. And early on here, what do you think they need to do to establish momentum and kind of get in the Lady Cougars' head?
I think the biggest thing that they need to do is run a set offense and try to keep the Cougars from grabbing the ball and running with it. Keep a low-scoring event so they can stay in this game.
And we're about 50 seconds away from the tip-off. Thank you again for joining us on Bluegrass Sports Nation on Facebook and YouTube. And we just want to thank all of you all here tonight and just tuning us in because it's a long week of games. Of course, the Letcher County Schools announced earlier today, due to many different issues and side roads, will not have school tomorrow. So hang tight there. All the people in Cougar Nation, I think we'll be back soon, possibly. Definitely, if not this week, next week for sure, or maybe at the end of the week. But I just hope the kids can get back in a rhythm, Mark, because normally the last few years we've seen this happen in January, not the ice, but missing in January. Now it's kind of made it the late January into February.
Yeah, I mean, we had beautiful weather in January, if you remember.
Yes.
December and the first part of January, and it seemed like everything's just been pushed back about 2 or 3 weeks. And, man, we're paying for it in February.
Definitely. And now we'll get the starting lineups here for you tonight on Bluegrass Sports Nation. First, for the Betsy Layne Lady Cats, they are wearing the blue uniforms and the white numerals and white trimmings. First, for the Lady Cats, starting at small forward, the junior, number 15, Maddie Collins. Starting at center, the senior, number 35, Kinley Martin. Starting at point guard, the senior, number 4, Jaden Pinte. Starting at small forward, the junior, number 13, Jaden Gerald. And rounding out the starting lineup, the shooting guard, the senior, number 2, Shayla Kidd. And for the Letcher County Central Lady Cougars, and I tell you what, I got the book for them and didn't even look at the starters because I'm so used to it, but I got it right here. It'll be starting at power forward, the senior, number 52, Allie Bailey. Starting at small forward, the senior, number 32, Scarlett Stamper. Starting at point guard, the junior number 4, Molly Cottle. And starting at shooting guard, the junior number 21, Kaylee Baker. And starting at the other guard, the 8th grader number 5, Mara Dixon. The coach of the Betsy Layne Lady Cats is Corey Thacker. They're 9-11 on the season. And the coach for the Lady Cougars is Keith Baker. They're 15-9 on the season. And Mark, as I went to look to see the official book, I already had it in my book as those 5 starters. So, but definitely here going to be a great matchup, I think, for both teams. Good out-of-district region, of course, Betsy Layne. Not only do they represent the 58th or the 58th district, they represent the 15th region, and the Lady Cougars represent the 53rd district and the 14th region. Of course, the 53rd district tournament in the district this year and the girls will all be played at Knott County Central. Boys, Knott County Central, but region at Breathitt County.
You know, one of the things I noticed about the Lady Cats, even though they had some upperclassmen there starting, about half of their team on their roster is elementary age, 7th and 8th graders. So he's trying to build a good program over there, and this is the way you do it.
And, of course, the 15th region, as always, will be played at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. I almost said the Expo Center over there in Pikeville. And, of course, even though the 13th region, the Lady Cougars have to go to Harlan County here, I think, next week on the 19th. That's always played at the Corbin Arena in Corbin. I don't know if it'll ever happen in my lifetime or we'll ever get to see it, but I really wish the 14th region could have a centralized or facility place that could have that type of facility that the 15th and the 13th have.
Yeah, it would be extremely nice to see that for our kids.
Here we go with the tip. It's going to be Martin and Bailey, and Dixon will come down with it for the Lady Cougars. Lady Cougars' white uniforms, blue numerals, trimmings, and nice screen there by Bailey, and Dixon takes it right to the hole, 2-0 Cougars.
Yeah, that was a nice screen by Bailey inside there to allow her to clear path to the basket.
Pinzay now. Gerald will move it around, and a turnover. Knocked away there by Stamper, and Baker comes out with it. Now Cottle briefly thought about it. 7:25 remaining. Back up to Dixon. Man-to-man for the Lady Cats. Nice screen again. And now Cottle will move it around. Here's Bailey, top of the key. Letcher Central just patient right now. And here's Baker. That got partially blocked. And coming down with it is Martin. And now Gerald set it up. Back to Martin now. Pinte. 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Pinte going to go right at Dixon. Dixon steals her off. Top of the key. Here's the long 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Get that to Collins. And now it's 3-2 Betsy Layne.
Both teams are being real patient on offense, looking for an open shot.
6:35 remaining. Stamper now with it just above the elbow. Off to Cottle. Cottle will fire a long 3 of her own off the glass. Couldn't get it to go. And Gerald the rebound for the Lady Cats. 6:20 to go. 3-2 Betsy Layne early on. Pinte. She averages 8.9 points a game and to go along with 6 rebounds. Gerald, the long 3, in and out, and Stamper the rebound. At the other end, Cottle. Oh, Stamper wasn't expecting it, and Baker with the heads-up play. Your officials for tonight's game, Dylan Fields, Benny Campbell, and Travis Perry. Did a great job on the first game. Now they've been on the JV this game and the last game. As Stamper will take it, cannot get it to fall. And Betsy Layne's Pinte comes down with it. Good ball movement. Gerald's going to go. High pass. They get it back over to Martin. Martin going to drive. It's knocked away by Bailey. Last touch by her. And it'll stay with Betsy Layne.
I mean, they're both playing real physical underneath. And going to prove to be a very interesting matchup there.
Oh, nice pass. Gerald off the Kidd. And Kidd finds it right away off the screen. 5-2 your score. Betsy Layne up by 3. Pass high over to Cottle deep in the corner. Moves it around. Now Stamper. Here's Baker for the tie. Off the front of the rim. Fight for the rebound. And Cottle comes down with it. Cottle gets it blocked, though. Martin right in there on the block. Cougars keep it. Betsy Layne has scored 5 straight points after the Lady Cougars led it 2-0. Stamper gets it knocked around, goes up high, and let's see, it's going to be a foul. And they'll get this on Martin. That's big. That's her first, team first. And now Stamper will go to the line for 2. Scarlett Stamper, 6 points a game, 6.8 rebounds a game this season. First free throw on the way, off.
Sorry about that. Both teams are really moving the ball well right now. Man.
As you mentioned and alluded to, the patience. We saw that in the boys' game, seeing that here. Stamper looking to get on the board and stop the 5 straight points for the Lady Cats, and she does. 5-3 now. And now Pinte will walk it up the court. 4:50 remaining. Man-to-man for the Lady Cougars. Kidd now with it. Tried to go down to Martin. Cottle on her. Kidd going to get the switch. Kidd the long 3. Got it. Nothing but net. Kidd with 5 points to start this game. And it's now 8-3. Betsy Layne on top. They go down low to Bailey. Bailey on the post being guarded strongly, and it's knocked away. Gerald comes up with the steal. First turnover of the game for the Lady Cougars. Over to Kidd. Kidd going to drive with the reverse. Kidd could not get it to fall, and Stamper gets her second rebound of the game.
Yeah, again, that time she probably should have just drove it on through, but nice break to the goal.
Cottle almost had a screen and nearly turned it over. Stamper bails her out. Baker looking around. Good defense there by Pinte, but that will be her first, team second. 3:54 remaining here in the opening quarter. Possession arrow will favor Betsy Layne.
You can get away from that underneath the goal where there's a lot of traffic and stuff, but when you're out on the point like that, they'll call it.
Cottle the long 2. Got it. Gives her first points of the game. 8-5 now. Betsy Layne still up by 3 with 3:40 remaining here in the first quarter. I got to wonder, too, how much longer Coach Baker goes before he brings Sadie Johnson in. Here comes the pass to Kidd. Nice pass to Martin. Martin picks up her dribble. Back out to Pinte. Good defense there by Cottle. Pinte going to put it up. Nearly got it to fall, and Stamper her third rebound of the game. 3:15 remaining, 8-5 Betsy Layne early on.
Now, one of the good things that Sadie Johnson can do is come in and give Bailey a break.
As Johnson can't get the, or excuse me, Dixon could not get it to fall. Last touch by Gerald will stay with the Lady Cougars.
Or Stamper, because she's actually that versatile, so it gives that's that extra layer that I was talking about earlier.
Dixon scored the first points of the game for the Lady Cougars. She's 1 of 2 from the field, the 8th grader. Gets it into Cottle with 3 minutes remaining, and can Cottle tie it? She does. Molly Cottle all of a sudden getting the hot hand. She's got 5 points in the game. We're knotted up at 8.
This is starting to out the same way the boys' game did.
Cougars now 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Betsy Layne, 2 of 3. Kidd going to drive, sealed off there by Dixon. Here's a long 3 in the corner as Collins could not get the fall, and Cottle got the rebound. At the other end, the Cougars will set it up. Currently 5 straight points by the Lady Cougars. Mara Dixon going to get the screen. Good patience here. Oh, got Martin in the air, and Bailey right to the basket, and a 7-0 run for the Lady Cougars. They have regained the lead at 10-8.
I like this patience and half-court offense that Coach Baker's got these girls running.
Kidd down low to Martin. Martin, we're going to have steps called. Be the second turnover for Betsy Layne, and now here comes Sadie Johnson wearing number 3, and Betsy Layne coming in is Kennedy Allen, the 8th grader. 4 points a game to go along with 3.4 rebounds. Sadie Johnson, 10.2, 3.8 rebounds. 10-8 your score, a current 7-0 run for the Lady Cougars. Johnson now with it being triple teamed, nearly got it knocked away. Finds Cottle in the corner. She'll fire another 3. Cannot get it to fall, and Cottle gets her own rebound, her second of the game. The ball's loose. Baker comes up with it, and now they'll set it up. Tough shot in the foul. Sadie Johnson will go to the free throw line for 2. And that foul's going to be on Betsy Layne's Kennedy Allen. That's her first, team third. Letcher Central 1 of 2 as a team tonight. Scarlett Stamper, only free throws so far. Sadie Johnson looking to change that to push it out to an 8-0 run. And she does just like does that, nothing but net. Alluding to it earlier, like you said, Mark, yes, Betsy Layne is really, really young, but they're not giving it. They're getting right in there and getting all up in the grill, as they say.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, they seemed real confident and relaxed during warm-ups, and, man, they've come to play.
Johnson, 2 of 2 or 2 free throws there, a 9-0 run by the Lady, or 8-0 run, excuse me. And now Scarlett Stamper in, Allie Bailey out. Back to your point, or 12-8, excuse me. It's a 9-0 run for the Lady Cougars. Back to your point, Mark, of switching in and out. Coach Baker doing that right now.
Right, so Johnson just moved into the post 5 position instead of the 4.
Collins looking, will have a whistle away from the ball. It's a foul on the Cougars. They're going to get that on Johnson. That will be her first, team first.
Yeah. Instead of moving her feet, she just reached around and smacked that ball away, and they will call that most of the time.
1:23 remaining. Kidd, nice pass to Martin. Martin couldn't get it, but gets her own shot. Puts it back up, could not get the fall, and Johnson gets her first rebound of the game. 1:13 remaining. Cottle, the extra pass. Johnson will fire a 3. Cannot get it to fall. Oh, and Pente could not hold on to it, and it stays with the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, Cougars got a break there.
They're shooting 1 of 5 as a team from beyond the arc. Johnson on the inbounds, gets it to Dixon. Dixon back to Johnson on the post. Double team. Johnson the tough shot, and it's blocked. Martin has 2 tonight, or 3, excuse me, now for the Lady Cats. At the other end, here's Allen, and Allen lost it. Just a 3rd turnover for the Lady Cats, and then we have a out of bounds and a 2nd turnover for the Lady Cougars.
I mean, their bodies on the floor everywhere. They're going after the ball, and I like that. But I have to give Martin a lot of credit. She's had a couple of blocks already. She doesn't leave her feet. She holds her ground and is able to make that play.
Emery Anderson into the ball game, 5.9 points per game, 3.8 rebounds. She's a junior, excuse me. Actually, so the Lady Cougars did not turn it over, so they just have 1 turnover there. So now Dixon with 45 seconds to go. A 9-0 run by the Lady Cougars. They trailed at 8-3. They now lead 12-8. Good ball movement. Johnson squared up, cannot get it to fall, and the rebound down to Allen. Here comes Kidd now with 30 seconds remaining. Pass to Anderson, and we have a foul on the floor. Or nope, turnover. Betsy Layne on the. And they get the foul on Anderson, her first, team 4th. So on the screen there, she was whistled for the foul. Moving screen, 12-8. Cougars with another opportunity here. Cottle. Here comes Dixon. Nice screen by Johnson. Back to Johnson, though. Johnson gets it blocked again by Martin. She is a beast on those blocks. Right there, right in it all. Here's Kidd, another 3. Got it. Kidd with 8 of the 11 points for Betsy Layne. That stops a 7-0 or 9-0 run by the Lady Cougars. And we have played 1. It is Letcher Central 12, Betsy Layne 11 after 1. Back in 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
As we get ready to start the second quarter, the Lady Cougars clinging on that 1-point lead as Lady Cats bring the ball down the court.
Pinte. Nice bounce pass to Anderson. Back to Pinte. That's a three on the right wing. Got it. Pinte gets her first points of the game, and now a 6-0 run here quickly for Betsy Layne. Here's Cottle, though, to stop that 6-0 run. Cannot get it to fall. Kidd almost had it. And it's going to be out of bounds off of her, and it'll go back to the Lady Cougars.
That's 4 threes for the Betsy Layne already.
Actually, they changed it. They said it was last touch by Allie Bailey off her. No, okay. There they go. I was about to say, I didn't know if they had changed it. Bounce pass into Allie Bailey, who's back into the ball game. Moving it around here. Dixon. Back to a man-to-man. Lady Cats. Well, good defense there by Anderson on Bailey. 7:15 remaining. Like the last game, we only saw 4 free throws in that opening quarter. Here comes Cottle, has a break right to the basket. Bailey, the offensive board, could not get it to fall, and Anderson comes down with it for the Lady Cats. 7 minutes remaining. Pinte, nice move to Allen. Going to get it back to Pinte. They find Martin down low, a little too high, and Dixon with her first rebound of the game. 6:48 remaining. Dixon close to close, and it's a strip by Kidd. Ball is still loose, and still loose on the court. And we're going to have a timeout as Betsy Layne had control of the ball there. That'll be their first timeout of the game. That's a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it right here.
Both teams were hustling, but Stampers come over a couple of times with that weak side help and caused her to make errant shots there. But, I mean, they're getting the ball into the post at will.
Going back and forth as it's a 6-0 run there. The Lady Cougars were down 8-3 and went on a 9-0 run to lead 12-8. But a three by Kidd right before the end of the quarter cut it to 1, and then the three there by Pinte has really made it an interesting ball game so far. Right now, I have Betsy Layne shooting. Forgot to update that. They're 4 of 6 as a team from beyond the arc, Mark Young. But get this, Letcher Central 1 of 6.
Yeah, and like I said, we talked about this before the boys, that change of venue, how it would make an effect. Did it affect the girls and their shooting ability?
Would it be something if we had a similar finish to this one as we did in the first one?
I don't know if I could stand another one.
Colby, our producer, shaking his head like no tomorrow. Anderson to Pinte now. Pinte setting it up, offered to Gerald. Kidd having the hot hand. Didn't play the first time against the Lady Cougars and nearly got that one to go. Ball's tapped around and Pinte comes down with it. And the shot's up. Can't get it to go. Anderson with the rebound, and they'll set it up. And Anderson, they're going to say steps called, and that'll be the 5th turnover. You know, talking about these old places, before Betsy Layne got their renovation at their high school, they played in the Thunderdome over there in Betsy Layne. I've been there a few times and not gotten to do some games, but done some wrestling stuff over there. It's a great facility, Mark Young. Missed some of those old domes. The Stamper can't get it to go. Anderson the rebound.
Yeah, still my favorite of the older gyms was the old Dorton gym. It was really funny to play there.
Kidd right by Dixon, could not get it to fall. And Anderson had the rebound. We're going to have a loose ball foul, or nope. Out of bounds off Betsy Layne. Nope, they're going to get a foul on Pinte, so that will be her second, team first. And Sadie Johnson in. And Betsy Layne with some substitutions. Martin back in, and Collins in. At Dorton, they still use that. They do county games over there. They've been the Eagles Nest over in Virgie has been revitalized, and they're using that for games now. And so good to see these old gyms being used.
Yeah, the one they have at Dorton now is much newer than the one that I played in, because it had a balcony, and I actually had a kid lean over the rail and block my shot from the corner.
And what a little over-the-back pass there as Johnson connects to Bailey. And then we're knotted up at 14 at the other end. Shots up, no good there by Collins. And now, good solid rebound by Johnson, and they go right back to Bailey. Kicks it out. Ken Cottle thought about the three. She's going to drive with the floater. Rolls in, and Cottle has 7 points and gives the Lady Cougars the lead back at 16-14.
Lady Cougars are right back in this thing.
Pinte now. Sealed off over to Gerald. Oh, and passed it right to Bailey. 6th turnover of the game for the Lady Cats to Letcher Central's 2. Here's Bailey Howard for her first basket of the game and gets it. Sets up from Dixon. Bailey Howard now makes it a 6-0 run for the Lady Cougars. It's 18-14. Here's a long 3. Pente cannot get the fall, and the rebound, Bailey. Betsy Layne was 4 of 6 at one point. They've now missed their last threes. They're 4 of 3 threes. They're 4 of 9 as a team with 4:15 remaining in the second quarter. Johnson turns it over. She tried to get it to Cottle there in the corner. May have gotten away with steps before that, but the turnover regardless. And back into the ball game for the Lady Cats is Allen.
Coach Baker's already 7 or 8 deep in his lineup, and I think that attrition is going to play in his favor as this game goes on.
Pente. Collins now with it down low. Martin, that's her game. Get her down on the post, and she averages 13 points a game. That's her first points of the game.
Yeah, she's tough inside. I mean, she's got a couple blocks already, and she didn't care to take it to the hole.
18-16. Dixon now with it. Bailey Howard back to Dixon. 38 to go. Excuse me. Johnson going to move it around. Now here comes Cottle. And we're going to have a kickball down low. It'll stay with Letcher Central. 3:32 remaining until halftime. 18-16 your score.
Yeah, Bailey Howard made a nice backdoor cut that time, and they just kicked the ball before they could get it to her.
And the Cougars come up with their 4th turnover of the game. Collins now gets it back from Gerald. Gerald down low to Martin, going right at Bailey. Martin going up strong. Partially blocked there. Good defense, and now off to Dixon. 18-16 your score. Sadie Johnson thought about it. Johnson going to drive too high, though. And the rebound down to Martin. Martin with her 2nd rebound. Outlet pass. Here comes Pente. She'll set it up. Goes right at Cottle. Pente, nice move. Pente with now 5 points. All of them have come in this quarter. We're not back up at 18 with 2:50 to go until halftime.
Right back in it. Tie ball game. Both these teams are playing aggressive.
Dixon kicks it off. Cottle, can she get her 2nd 3 of the game? No, and Howard with a tough rebound on the other side. Battled that for position. 1 of 7 now. Lady Cougars as a team from beyond the arc. Johnson being double-teamed at the top of the key. Double-teamed down low. That's a nice strip. Last touched by Collins, and Letcher Central fortunate to have the ball. We have a substitution. Scarlett Stamper and Kaylee Baker back in. Also, as well as Kidd for the Lady Cats. Going out will be Gerald and Johnson and Howard for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, she gave them some good minutes there. Like I said, she was in there long enough to rest both.
We have a whistle, maybe a foul before the inbounds pass, and it will. It'll be on Martin, make that sure. Yeah, it's Martin's team second.
Yeah, she said, ref said that she hooked her with his arm.
That's a big thing to note if you're Betsy Layne. Don't want her to get another foul before halftime. She's been really crucial to helping the Lady Cats tie the game. Here's Baker, the wide open 3. Got it. Kaylee Baker with her first points of the game, and now all Letcher County Central Lady Cougar starters have scored. They're now 2 of 8 from beyond the arc, and they needed that one. 2:05 remaining. Here's Pente. Thought about answering back, but Bailey closed up quickly in the corner. Collins has it now, and a nice knock away. 7th turnover. 1:50 remaining. Baker now. We have a little situation there between Martin and Bailey down low. Going at it pretty physical, Mark, alluding to your point earlier.
Yeah, they have on both ends of the court.
And a tough angled shot by Bailey. She earned those, and now the Lady Cougars back out by 5 at 23-18. 1:33 remaining until halftime. Kidd picks up her dribble, looking. Here comes Pente. Collins down low to Martin. Martin got it nearly knocked away. Then a block by Baker there down low. Still loose, and Stamper comes up with it after the knock away from Bailey. To Baker, to Dixon. Dixon now going to drive baseline. Moves, kicks it out. Cottle, can she get this one? Off the back iron, and the rebound, Pente. 3rd of the game. Comes Pente, setting it up with 1:05 remaining. Allen now going to move it around. Nice pass. Here comes Kidd. Fakes it, puts it up. Kidd's having a phenomenal game. 10 points for her. And that makes it now 23-20, back to a 3-point game.
And both these teams are being physical inside and aggressive on the outside. Man, they'll take the ball to the hole.
Dixon sealed off. Baker, now Bailey, top of the key. Go right back to Cottle. Down to Stamper from the top. Here's Baker. Fake, steps inside the three-point line. Cannot get it to fall. And the rebound comes down to Kidd. Her first of the game. 23 seconds remaining. 23-20. We got a close one here. Oh, and Baker just picks her pocket. Baker going to go coast to coast. Pente will draw the foul. That will be her third, team third. And now Baker goes to the line for two. Letcher Central 3 of 4 as a team tonight from the free throw line.
I'd say Coach Thacker hated to see Pente pick up that third foul right before halftime as well.
15.9 seconds remaining. Baker going to take her time. First free throw on the way. Nothing but net. And now a host of substitutions. Amari Anderson back in for Betsy Layne as well as Gerald. And Cottle out. Nope, she's not going out. She's staying in for the Lady Cougars. So Baker will have one more. Looking for her 5th point in this game. And they all come in this quarter. She's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Lady Cougars 5 of 6 as a team. Back out to 5-point lead with 10 seconds remaining. Here comes Kidd. Lady Cats need a bucket before halftime here desperately as Kidd nearly turned it over off the Gerald. Collins in the corner with 3 seconds. Doesn't realize it. Here comes Gerald. Gerald will not get it off in time as Kidd fires it away. And boy, if that would have counted, that would have been huge. But no basket. We have played 2 at halftime. Letcher County Central leads Betsy Layne 25-20 back in 3 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
In Letcher County, we know accidents can happen when you least expect them. If you've been hurt, call Hatton and Watts. We'll stand with you, just like your team does on the field. At Hatton and Watts Law Office, we're your hometown team, fighting for your family after an injury. Hatton and Watts Law Office, Letcher County's champions in personal injury and car wrecks.
halftime festivities. The Lions Club is giving away UK basketball tickets where they've been selling raffles to it. But we've got a ball game here, Anthony, and it's been a close game.
I thought when they were standing up to get the tickets, Mark, you were going to try to go down there and make your own number up and draw and get you a ticket out for the Kentucky-Georgia game.
I would probably draw the hat size out of the box.
25-20, as you mentioned here, and we'll look at it. It was 12-11, Letcher Central after one. And then, Mark, if you want to listen there, you can find out who won the game or won the tickets to the game. But 12-11 was your score after one at LCC, and then they lead at 25-20 here at halftime. Maddie Collins for Betsy Layne had 3 points. Mari Anderson had 3 rebounds in that opening quarter. Kinley Martin had 2 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Kendi Allen 1 rebound. Jaden Pente 5 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Shayla Kidd led all Lady Cats scorers and all scorers in the game with 10 points and 1 rebound in that opening quarter. Jaden Gerald, she had 1 rebound. Betsy Layne did not shoot any free throws. They did use a 30-second timeout. And for the Lady Cougars of Letcher County Central, Allie Bailey, 6 points and 2 rebounds. Scarlett Stamper, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 point and 3 rebounds. Molly Cottle, 7 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Kaylee Baker, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 points. Mara Dixon, 2 points to go along with 1 rebound. Sadie Johnson, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 points to go along with 2 rebounds. And Bailey Howard had 2 points to go along with 1 rebound. Letcher Central shot 5 of 6 as a team from the free throw line in that opening half. And Betsy Layne did not shoot any free throws. And on top of that, I had the rebounds at 11-11. Might be a little off. Well, there had been a lot of blocks. Lady Cougars had 4 turnovers to the Lady Cats, 7 turnovers. And Lady Cougars shot 2 of 9 from beyond the arc. And Betsy Layne shot 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. 4 blocks for the Lady Cats to 3 blocks for the Lady Cougars. Largest lead for Betsy Layne was at 5 at 8-3, and that's been the largest lead for the Lady Cougars at 25-20. They did go on a 9-0 run when they trailed 12-8 there and took the lead, but we've had a close one here so far, and we're about 4 minutes and 35 seconds away from the start of the second half. We'll take one final break on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Back in 3 minutes.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
For 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Ten seconds before we start this second half, Lady Cougars are up by 5, but man, these Lady Cats have come to play. They've been scrappy.
Real quick, Mark, I forgot to say really quick, tell the people you were in Florida. I know you were there at the Nationals. Congratulations to Neon and Wattsburg, what they did. Talk about the weather really quick, because you didn't get the sunny beaches weathers, did you?
No, I didn't. When we got there and rolled into Orlando, it was a warm 29 degrees.
And as you mentioned, we got a brawl here so far. Not a literal brawl, but we got one here. 7:55 to go. We don't want that to happen. As Scarlett Stamper off to Baker, moving it around. Both coaches going back with the starters. Mark, Betsy Layne, what do you see that they need to do here to kind of get, they're not out of it, but kind of get back the lead back?
Just be patient. I mean, they've had looks at the shots. They've just not been able to get it. And a couple of unforced turnovers really makes a difference. But she's a game changer.
And Martin with the 5th block of the game. And what do the Lady Cats need to do to regain the lead back and put the Cougars in a hole?
I think they just need to be patient and work the ball inside. And if they collapse, kick it out.
Collins with a 3. She hit one back in the first quarter. She's got 6 in the game. Betsy Layne now 5 of 10 as a team from the three-point line. 25-23, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Stamper looking around, down to Bailey. Kicking it back out. 15th meeting all time. Letcher Central leads at 11-3. Dixon now. Kidd right on her. Kidd's done a really good job tonight. Baker looking for her second 3. Couldn't get it to go. Bailey did a little poke around to keep it going for Cottle. And then another 3 here, but Stamper gets another rebound. Letcher Central 2 of 10 tonight as a team from beyond the arc. Here comes Baker, going to drive, nearly lost it. Keeps it, 6:28 remaining. Baker moving around. Here's Cottle. Can she get her second 3 of the game? No, she cannot, and the ball goes out of bounds. And now Betsy Layne with an opportunity to take the lead or tie it up.
Yeah, they got real fortunate there, the Lady Cats did, because Lady Cougars had 4 or 5 rebounds and extra shots at the basket. And usually they make you pay when you allow that to happen.
Gerald now, long pass. Collins, who just hit that 3. She's got 2 in the game. 6:10 remaining in the third quarter. Nice screen. Here comes Kidd. Stamper picks her up. Kidd the long 2. We're tied up. Boy, Kidd's had a great game. She's got 12. And now we're not back up at 25. 6 minutes to go. Here's Cottle. Not been able to find the mark tonight. Only 1 3 in the game. Baker has the other 3 for the Lady Cougars. Good screen there by Bailey. Oh, and Martin just left Baker wide open. And Baker stops the 5-0 run there. 27-25 your score.
Yeah, Baker did a good job keeping her dribble. And when Martin went after Bailey, she just went to the hole.
Martin playing with 2 fouls. Sadie Johnson, she's been the only player for the Lady Cougars to commit a foul tonight, as Kidd couldn't get that one. The fall ball's tapped around, Stamper down with it. And now the Lady Cougars will set it up with Dixon. Dixon scored that first basket of the game, hasn't scored since, but has a couple of steals and a rebound. Betsy Layne with 5 blocks to Letcher Central's 3. Stamper now, near loss, moving it around. Cottle gets a screen, she'll fire, and got it. Cottle, her second 3 of the game. Back out to a 5-point lead by the Lady Cougars.
That was a big shot by Cottle there.
Pinte now, going to drive. Cottle on her in this man-to-man. Pinte driving, Pinte. Nice pass, here's Martin, the long 2, in and out, couldn't get it to fall. Baker pulls down the rebound. Her first of the game. Here comes Baker. Out to Dixon. Dixon off to Baker. Acted like, well, she does shoot it. Baker in and out. And Gerald the rebound for the Lady Cats. Letcher Central now 3 of 13 as a team from beyond the arc. At the other end, Collins with her second 3 of the game. It is 30-28 your score. Back down to a 2-point ball game.
That was a great transition. They just beat the Lady Cougars down the court.
And Bailey cannot get the bucket to fall. Oh, and Kidd comes up with it as Pinte knocked it away. And now the Lady Cats with the chance to tie it right back up. Oh, nice screen. Kidd tried to get it back to Martin. Heads up play by Dixon. 9 turnovers for the Lady Cats. Dixon, the nice pass. That's a long 2 by Cottle, and Cottle got it to go. She's got 12 in the game. And it's now 32-28, 3:35 remaining in the third quarter.
That was a good job by Dixon to just be able to find the open person, and that Cottle put it in.
Gerald now moving around over to Pinte. Still a man-to-man for the Lady Cougars. 3:23 remaining. Nice take, Pinte. Tough shot, but a foul late. And they're going to get this on Molly Cottle. That will be her first. Team first. And now Pinte will go to the line to shoot the free throws for the Lady Cats. Their first ones tonight. They're 59% free throw shooting team. They're shooting well above their 3-point average tonight at 50%, but their average on the season is 28.3 as Pinte knocks the first one down. Amari Anderson back in for the Lady Cats. Kidd out, Gerald out, and also in for the Lady Cats will be Kennedy Allen, the 8th grader.
You know, Pinte and Cottle are a perfect match for each other.
Gave Baker a breather. Cottle now with the long 2, tough shot, and Pinte pulls down another rebound, her 4th of the game, and she'll bring it out in full court transition. 2:55 remaining. Pinte going to drive. Pinte baseline. Long 2, could not get the fall there, Allen, but then the tip out. Martin got it out to Pinte. They'll set it up. Again, you've talked about it all night, Mark, and the patience for Betsy Layne is really what's kept them in this ball game.
Absolutely. They've kept it in their pace of the ball game.
Anderson with the friendly roll. Went around the world, and she is tied the game at 32 with 2:25 remaining. What a shot. Dixon sealed off, out to Stamper. Stamper thought about it. Stamper going to drive, cuts. She's going to draw the foul, and 1. If this is on Pinte, that'll be huge. And we'll see. It is, and that's Pinte's 4th, team first. And now Kidd will come in for Betsy Layne after this. They're going to bring him on in, as well as Anna Hatton gets her first action in of the night. Mara Dixon out. That's huge. With 2:13 remaining, Pinte picks up her 4th foul. Going to be something to watch. Her 4th foul. Going to be something to watch. Stamper 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Make that 2 of 3. She's now got 4 points in the game. Letcher Central 6 of 7 as a team from the free throw line, leading at 35-32. Also in for Letcher Central, Sadie Johnson. Nearly lost it there at the other end, and up and in, Sadie Johnson's going to commit the foul, her team second. So now Kennedy Allen, the 8th grader, steps up to the free throw line looking for her first points tonight. Betsy Layne 2 of 2 as a team. Those was made by Pinte. Allen good on the first. They've nothing but netted all 3 of their free throws so far tonight, Mark, I've noticed.
Yeah, they're shooting well.
One more. Couldn't get that one to go, and Johnson pulls the rebound down.
And you jinxed it.
I knew you were going to say something like that. I was waiting for the hit.
Sadie Johnson.
Sadie Johnson there. Thank you, Mark, as I was writing some stats down. 4 points for her in the game, 37-33. Here's Anderson. Nearly lost it. Long 2. Johnson the rebound. That's normally not Martin's shot there. It's Hatton off to Cottle. Fight for the rebound between Collins and Howard. We have a loose ball foul. It's here on the floor. And they're going to get this on Collins. That will be her first, team second. And now back in for the Lady Cats will be Gerald. Back in for the Lady Cougars will be Baker, out Howard, and Martin going out for the Lady Cats. 37-33, 132 remaining.
Yeah, that's the first break that Martin's had the whole ball game, so.
Oh, and a block, but we're going to have a foul. So Bailey will go to the line for 2. They get that foul on Betsy Layne's Gerald, her first, team third. Letcher Central 6 of 7 has a team tonight from the free throw line. Betsy Layne 3 of 4. Bailey looking for first points of the half. Cannot get that one to fall. No substitutions for either team. Neither team has had a bigger lead than 5 in this ball game. 8-3 Betsy Layne, 25-20 Letcher Central. Bailey got that one, nothing but net. 7 of 9 now. Lady Cougars as a team from the line. 38-33 your score. At the other end, here comes Collins. She's had the hot hand. 2 3-pointers in this quarter. Baker on her like glue in the man-to-man. They go to Anderson and Johnson. Nearly turnover apiece there for both teams. 10 for Betsy Layne, 5 for the Lady Cougars. Lady Cougars have protected the ball really well tonight, Mark.
Yeah, man, they really did. I was watching Johnson there getting up kind of slow, but great hustle after the ball.
Allen on the inbounds. Oh, they find wide open Collins, and Collins lays it in. She's got 11, 8 to go in this quarter. 38-35 now with 1:08 remaining. Hatton, the bounce pass kickball on Kidd, and it'll stay with Letcher Central. 1:03 remaining. And the possession arrow, if there's not a tie-up in this quarter, the Lady Cats will have it to start the fourth quarter. Baker looking, trying to get it into Cottle. Still looking, gets it up to Johnson. Johnson going to drive. Johnson, tough shot off the glass. Nearly got that to fall, and the rebound came down to Allen. Here comes Collins with 53 seconds remaining. Collins passes it up high. Tried to get it to Anderson in the 11th turnover for the Lady Cats. Now here comes Hatton, and then she turns it. Well, Baker keeps it going. Pass down to Johnson from Cottle. Floater over to Bailey. Good defense by Gerald and Kidd, but here's Hatton, the wide open 2 in and out. That was a good shot there, just couldn't get the fall as Gerald gets the rebound. Long pass out to Mari Anderson. Anderson kissing it off the glass and in. She's got 4 points in this quarter. Back down to a 1-point game with 18 seconds.
I'm sure the Lady Cougars will probably try to hold this for one last shot.
Kidd knocks it out of bounds with 13 seconds remaining and a quick substitution. Scarlett Stamper in for Allie Bailey. Baker looking. Hatton comes to it. Back to Baker. 10 seconds remaining. Down low they go to Johnson. Anderson the defense. Anderson stays with her. Anderson could not contain Johnson, and Johnson makes it 40-37. Collins, that'll count out the horn. Oh! Almost goes, but we have played 3. After 3, Letcher County Central leads it over Betsy Layne 40-37. Back in 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Starting the fourth quarter off, Lady Cougars are up by 3, 40-37, and man, this has turned out to be one well of a ball game.
One thing to watch, Pente is on the bench. She went up to the bench with 2:13 in the third, picked up her 4th foul. Going to be something to watch as Betsy Layne with a quick turnover here, their 12th of the game. And Letcher Central really with nobody in foul trouble, just Sadie Johnson, with 2. Molly Cottle with 1. Do the foul resets really quick. Well, got a shot here. Good Betsy Layne's here in a minute. Johnson did good defense there by Anderson, but Johnson stays with it and 1, works with it. Johnson, of course, used to play in this team over in the 15th region. 5-point lead now for the Cougars. That matches their largest. And coming in will be Pente, so Coach Thacker goes right to her. Out will be Allen, and in for the Lady Cougars, Bailey Howard. Bailey Howard out, I believe, there. I didn't see. Or Bailey Howard in. It might have been Allie Bailey that got out. Johnson on the free throw, in and out. Anderson with a nice rebound there. 7 of 10 Lady Cougars as a team from the free throw line. Still their largest lead at 42-37. Pente going to drive against Cottle. Pente, nice floater. Boy, she makes a difference. She's got 9 in the game. Now that makes it 42-39.
Yeah, they got to have her in there for ball handling.
Didn't jinx her, Mark. You're right, 100% to protect the ball. As good defense by Martin on Stamper. Martin with 4 of the 5 blocks for the Lady Cats in this game. Johnson now with Anderson on her. Triple team stripped, and that's going to be a foul on Gerald, her team second. 7-12 left here. I don't have Sadie Johnson is now 2 of 3 from the free throw line after she missed that and 1. First free throw's up. Good. She's got 9 in the game. 43-39 your score now. Johnson, if she can make this, will have her average of season points a game. It's on the way, and it rolls in. Nine of 12. Lady Cougars as a team from the free throw line still match their largest lead at 5 with 7:03 to go. Nice move. Gerald, the floater, got it. I know it's going to bring a smile to her grandmother's face. 44-41. Or her mother, excuse me. The bookkeeper of Betsy Layne. Back to a 3-point game. Howard now with it on the wing, down low. Johnson goes up strong and in. She's got 12 in the game. Back out to a 5-point lead. 6:38 remaining. Pente off to Collins. Or sorry, Martin there, excuse me. Now back to Pente. Pente gets a nice screen. Nice bounce pass to Anderson. Tough shot. Almost got it to fall. Stamper the rebound. Her 6th. Stamper over to Cottle. Cottle, nice bounce pass, but a kickball. Good kickball there by Kidd. And now we'll have a substitution. Allie Bailey back in for the Lady Cougars, and also back in Collins for the Lady Cats. Judy Collins Maddie Collins, excuse me, with 11 points tonight. Anderson out for Betsy Layne. Howard on the inbound, 6:15 to go. They go back to Bailey. Bailey being guarded double team there by Gerald and Martin on the post. Now Baker looks at her dad and will set it up. Gets a screen. Baker goes right at Martin. Baker, the tough shot, almost got the go. And Bailey Howard comes down with a monster rebound and gets it in. Howard with 4 points to go along with 2 rebounds. And now the largest lead of the game for the Lady Cougars at 7, 48-41. Martin Nice little fadeaway jumper, put it up and in, and now her 4th point of the game. And we'll have a 60-second timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
.5:30 left, and the Lady Cougars are taking the ball, trying to put it in the hole.
Nice block there by Martin. 5 for her, 6 in the game. Here comes Collins at the other end. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass, near stolen. Martin got it deflected up. And we're going to have another timeout here. 30-second. Betsy Layne will keep it right here. So, Mark, I wanted to do this earlier, but the game was so wild. But I want to get you in a trivia here. I may do this in basketball from now on, or just certain sports, depending on what has, wait for breaking the action, what is the only professional sports team to have all 4 of their sports teams? That means hockey, Major League Baseball, or the NHL, Major League Baseball, NBA, and NFL all go to the championship of their respective league. In what year was it, and what team, or what city was it?
I have no earthly idea, brother.
Only one team in America has been able to do it. You don't know. Colby, do you have an idea? I'm going to ask our producer here. You think you may know? Okay, he says the New England area. After the next dead ball, we will give the answer to that trivia question here as Pente, as we're back in. So Betsy Layne now down the 2 timeouts. Collins, can she make it her 4th? Almost. Ball's tapped around. Good heads-up play there by Johnson or Baker to keep the ball alive for the Lady Cougars, because that would have went out of bounds on Letcher Central. Mara Dixon back into the game, scored early on in the first quarter. Here comes Cottle, the long 2. That was partially blocked there. 7 blocks for Betsy Layne. At the other end, Collins, she had the hot hand. That was her first missed 3 of the game. It almost went in. Gets a screen there. And we're going to have a foul against Baker of Letcher Central. That will be her first, team first. Still a close-knit game here.
Yeah, both these teams have been playing pretty physical, but, I mean, it's just phenomenal to watch these girls put it on the line.
Jarrow into Pente down the Martin. Martin couldn't get the fadeaway, and Cottle comes up with the rebound. It's her 5th rebound of the game. 4:15 remaining. Cougars up by 5. Bounce pass off the Stamper. Here comes Mara Dixon. Over to Baker. Gerald staying right on her with 4 minutes to go. Nice pass to Bailey. Bailey patient, moving it around. And we're going to have a timeout. Coach Keith Baker's first of the game. Let's see if this is a 60 or a 30. It's a 30, so we'll keep it right here. So the answer to that trivia question. Now, the Super Bowl obviously was played in the year, a new year, but it was still the same season. None other than the City of Love, Philadelphia. The only team that was able to win the championship during that time was the Philadelphia Phillies. The 76ers lost in the NBA Finals, as well as the Eagles lost in the Super Bowl, and the Flyers lost in the Stanley Cup Finals. So I didn't know that till recently. I was just looking that up, randomly came into my head, and I was like, I've never looked into, has any pro team had all 4? But could you imagine being a fan of all those Philadelphia teams and only one won? It'd be heartbreaking, wouldn't it, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. But, I think it'd be so cool to have a team closer here that we could do that with.
Yeah.
Which I grew up being a diehard Reds fan.
Inbounds pass there from Cottle down to Johnson. The ball was last knocked out of bounds by Betsy Layne. We have a foul, so Johnson will go back to the line. They get this on Martin. That will be her team third. So Johnson tonight, 3 of 4 or 4 or 5 from the free throw line.
One of my favorite pitchers was Tug McGraw. I was always a fan of his. And, of course, his son, Tim McGraw, gave up pro baseball to become a country music singer, which I think he did pretty good with that decision.
Definitely. Sometimes you have the people that do good in the sports, but they go into arts and entertainment and make it good for themselves as well. As 5 of 7 now from the free throw line is Johnson. Letcher Central 10 of 14 as a team, and we're going to have a whistle. It's going to be on Letcher Central's Allie Bailey. That'll be her first, team second. Sorry I'm laughing here, Mark. I accidentally knocked one of my L8 bottles down during that free throw, and it caused a bunch of cheerleaders to laugh. So my apologies. That kid with the inbounds pass. So the Lady Cougars trailing it, or leading it by 6, Boy, Pente, she had that one quick basket, but they've been guarding her well. Kid, she hit some threes earlier. Got it. She shot that from the Thunderdome. Give her 15 in the game. What a difference she has made tonight. 49-46. Bailey now over to Cottle. Oh, it's knocked away by Kidd, and Kidd somehow keeps it in bounds. Kidd's going to go over to a foul on Baker as Allen tried to get it up. That's her second, team third. And now 2 big free throws coming up for Kennedy Allen. She's 1 of 2 tonight from the free throw line. Betsy Layne 3 of 4 as a team total. And she got that one, nothing but net. And Bailey Howard in for Molly Cottle. 49-47. And I do agree with you. I wish we had pro teams closer to where we could go and see that as. The second one is good by Allen. 3 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. 5 of 6 overall, Betsy Layne. They've cut it to 1 after it was 48-41 Cougars. It's now a 7-1 run as Johnson, good call there, got fouled. That's going to be on Martin, her team fourth. So 7-1 run here, and now Johnson goes back to the line where she's 5 of 7 with 13 points tonight.
They're saying that's 5.
I only had her with 4, but it might be. Well, they are going to say 5. I think I heard some other people here, too, say they only had her with 4. But she fouls out. That's big with 2:51 to go. I might have missed one there somewhere, Mark. Here we go, but Johnson's got to make them regardless. Henderson has some big shoes to step into as that brings a smile from Sadie Johnson's face. Little relief. 50-48 your score.
Losing Martin is a huge chunk of their offense.
Yep. Johnson gets them both. She's 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Lady Cougars now 12 of 16 as a team. They lead at 51-48. Oh, nice move. Collins right to the basket and in. She's got 13 in the game. 51-50 with 2:38 remaining. Oh, and knocked away there by Allen, and it stays with Letcher Central. Nobody was looking there. So timeout reset. The Cougars have 4. They still got a 30 and all their fulls. Betsy Layne with 2 left. 51-50, 2.5 to go. Allen nearly caused the turnover and does. Lady Cougars with 7 turnovers in the game. Pente playing with 4 fouls. 2:20 remaining. Pente going to go right to the basket. Gets by Howard. The reverse! And in. Pente with 11 points. And Betsy Layne up 52-51. All of a sudden, they are on an 11-3 run. Here's Baker, the long two, cannot get it to go. And the rebound, Collins. Collins with her first rebound of the game. 1:53 to go. Could we have what we had the last game? Here comes Pinte, sealed off, looking around. Back off to Allen. And we're going to have a timeout, Betsy Layne. And let's see what's going to be here. I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and take a 30-second timeout on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
With 1:44 left in the fourth quarter, the Lady Cats have just taken the lead, 52-51 over the Lady Cougars. And wow, we've got a barn burner again.
11-3 run by Betsy Layne as the Lady Cougars had their largest lead at 48-41. I know I've said it a lot, but I'm going to say it again, Mark. Are we coming down to what we saw in the last game?
Right now, it's looking that way.
You and Colby both said, or Colby Moore couldn't handle it. I think y'all can. We'll get it going.
We may have to.
Inbounds pass. Betsy Layne having a hard time. Got it into Pinte there from Kidd for 1:40 remaining. Good read there by Scarlett Stamper. Jump ball. Or no, they're going to say a foul. That's going to be on Scarlett Stamper. That's her first, team fourth. And boy, if that would have been a jump ball, that goes to Letcher Central. So Pinte will inbounds the ball. Foul resets. Both teams have 14 fouls, so the next one will put them in the bonus. Stamper on Allen. Nice bounce pass to Pinte. Couldn't get it to fall. Howard had it nearly knocked away. 1:25 remaining. This is a good matchup. Howard right on Pinte like glue. Tried to get it to Kidd, and now Mara Dixon comes up with the steal. 13th turnover for Betsy Layne, then it's still loose. Allen nearly had it knocked away. They go back to Stamper from Baker. Here's Mara Dixon. Dixon kicks it over to Caudill, and we have a whistle before the 3 timeout. Coach Keith Baker. And we'll take a 30-second break on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
1:07 left in this ball game. Lady Cougars are trailing by 1, but they have the ball on their own end of the court. And wow, I mean, it's coming right down to a barn burner once again.
Been a very entertaining game. A lot more slower pace this game has been than the first game. But the reason why is both teams have been patient on offense and defense, been making good heads-up plays. Letcher Central huge to cause a turnover. On the turnover reset, Letcher Central with 7, Betsy Layne with 13. But I think if you're Letcher Central coming out of this timeout, Mark, I think you got to work it around to get you a good shot to get this lead back.
I'm taking it inside to Johnson with Martin out of the way. I'm taking it inside.
Johnson double teamed, and we have a no jump ball called yet. That would have stayed with Letcher Central. Collins, and she's going to draw the foul. That will be her second, team 5th. So now, with 52.7 seconds remaining, Johnson will go to the line to shoot the bonus. I have it with 5 team fouls because they're checking it. Yep. Missed the foul on Martin, but had the team fouls there, right? So 2 big free throws for Johnson. She's 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Letcher Central 12 of 16 overall as a team.
This is probably her biggest ones of the night, though.
Johnson with 15 points and 5 rebounds. First one's up. Oh, just rolls off. Good encouragement there from her team. She can tie it up on this one. And we're going to have a substitution, Gerald, in for Anderson for Betsy Layne. Johnson looking for the tie. Takes her time here. And she ties it, nothing but net. 8 of 11, Johnson from the free throw line. Howard comes in for her. Here we go. With 52.7 seconds to go, it's tied up at 52. Gerald gets the inbounds. Howard right on her. Now Dixon switches. 45 seconds to get it off the Pinte. Betsy Layne with 1 timeout left. Cougars with 3. 35 seconds to go. Here's Pinte playing with 4 fouls. Martin fouled out earlier. Betsy Layne has battled back, down by 7. Their largest lead was 5. Off to Allen, back to Pinte with 25 seconds. Here comes Howard. Howard got to be careful to not foul. At the other end, Pinte's going to keep it. Here we go. 17 seconds remaining. Pinte is going to keep it with 13 seconds. 52-52. Pinte now. And we're going to have a timeout, Betsy Layne. And Mark, Hazard took a timeout with 9.7 seconds, almost identical here to that last game. So Betsy Layne, just like Hazard, will have no timeouts left. What are you drawing up here if you're Coach Thacker and company, Mark, if you get the ball in successfully?
It would be hard for me not to put it in Pinte's hands. And if she can't take it to the hole, maybe kick it off the kid. That's my 2 go-to people.
I think actually there's another option you could go to, too, if you're Betsy Layne. If it doesn't work with Pinte and kids covered, they got Collins. Collins tonight has 3 big 3-pointers in this game, 13 overall. And it's going to be interesting to see what they draw up here. We know it's going to Pinte. Now, here's the key thing on the foul reset. Both teams with Letcher Central fouls. Betsy Layne will go to the line for 2. Cougars Arlen is a team from the line, 13 of 18. Letcher Central. Turnovers, 7 for the Lady Cougars, 13 for the Lady Cats. And it's going to be Collins. She'll inbounds it. Tied up at 52, 9.4 seconds remaining. They go to Pinte. Pinte deep in the backcourt. Dixon on her. 5 seconds. Pinte goes up. Cannot get it to fall. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by Betsy Layne. And it looks like we're going to go into overtime unless Letcher Central pulls off a Kentucky down there at LSU with the buzzer beater down there. Johnson in, Howard out. Why not overtime, Mark? We ain't got to go to work tomorrow. No, I'm kidding. I know you do. I'm messing. Stamper into Dixon. Dixon gets it to Johnson. Johnson, that'll count if it goes. Oh! Johnson with the buzzer beater! No, they're going to say, hold on, what are they saying? It counts. Sadie Johnson with the buzzer beater. Whoa! Well, let's see what they're saying here. It is. It counts. The referees are gone. 54. They're going to say it's a 3. 55, 52. 2 buzzer beaters in one night. I think we've seen a classic. We're back in 3 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
In Letcher County, we know accidents can happen when you least expect them. If you've been hurt, call Hatton and Watts. We'll stand with you, just like your team does on the field. At Hatton and Watts Law Office, we're your hometown team, fighting for your family after an injury. Hatton and Watts Law Office, Letcher County's champions in personal injury and car wrecks.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Back-to-back buzzer beaters, 55-52, your final score here tonight at the Roy T. Reeser Gymnasium on the Sue and Dougie Kinser Court. We'll look at the stats for you first for the Betsy Layne Lady Cats. What a crazy game here. What a crazy two games. Maddie Collins, 13 points, 1 rebounds. Amari Anderson, 4 points and 6 rebounds. Kinley Martin, 4 points, 3 rebounds. Kennedy Allen, 3 points and 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds. Jaden Pente, 11 points and 4 rebounds. Jaden Gerald, 2 points and 3 rebounds. Shayla Kidd, 15 points, 2 rebounds. Betsy Layne shot 5 of 6 as a team from the free throw line. They had 14 turnovers. Letcher Central had 7 turnovers and shot 13 of 18 as a team from the free throw line. Allie Bailey had 7 points. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line to go along with 2 points. Scarlett Stamper, 4 points, shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line and had 6 rebounds. Molly Cottle, 12 points and 5 rebounds. Kaylee Baker, 7 points and 2 rebounds. Mara Dixon, 2 points, 1 rebound. Sadie Johnson shot 8 of 11 from the free throw line to go along with 5 rebounds and 19 points. Bailey Howard, 4 points and 2 rebounds. The largest lead for Betsy Layne was 8-3 at 5. It stayed at a 5-point lead for most of the game. Letcher Central 25-20, but their largest lead was 48-41-7. That was the largest lead of the game. Letcher Central had 3 blocks, and Betsy Layne had 7 blocks. Letcher Central shot 4 of 16 from beyond the arc as a team, and 7 of 15 did Betsy Layne shoot. Letcher Central goes to 16-9 on the season, and 9-12 goes Betsy Layne on the season. And Mark, your thoughts on this game tonight?
I don't know really what to believe. It's 2 in a row. He was just confirming and letting us know that they play at Letcher tomorrow night. 2 buzzer beaters, like you said, back to back. Wow, what a night of basketball.
Well, at the end of the first quarter, it was 12-11. Letcher Central, 25-20. They led it at halftime, 40-37 at the end of 3, and then 55-52. And the first game we'll recap really quick. Actually, Letcher's boys came back and won in the JV game 48-44 over Hazard. But then the varsity game, Letcher Central was up 65-60, but Hazard would close the game on an 8-0 run, a Seth Cottle three-pointer at the buzzer, 68-65. But then Betsy Layne and Letcher Central played it nip and tuck, back and forth, and then it comes down to a Sadie Johnson with 2.6 seconds left. The court, Sadie Johnson, I thought it was a 2, but it was a fadeaway 3 with one-hander. Knocked it in 55-52. My broadcast team here of Mark Young and Colby Amberg, said they couldn't handle it, but they did. They placed it with fine colors. And Mark, just a great atmosphere tonight here. And I know it's not as Colby. You know, I got to ask our producer, I wish he could get on here on this, but he gave me one of the third favorite quotes of tonight. Said, you know, we just might as well just try to have a game at Beckham Bates. And so that is about lost it, Colby. But I like this going around the world. We'll get to play at Letcher tomorrow night, have a game over there, and it won't be official throwback Glory Road game, but looking forward to being over there. Yeah, I mean, it's a sister gym to this one. They build them at the same time. They're identical other than the color patterns, and looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Then that means we've got 2 out of the 3 of the hat trick, the hockey term. You get the 3 goals, and maybe something can happen, and hopefully we can get Wattsburg soon. You never know. But anyway, 55-52, your final score here tonight. And also on a more serious note, with the water and the weather and everything, please, everyone, still be safe up there. I know some of these hollers and back roads and side roads are not in the best of shape still. I know tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 60s. The weather today helped. But Mark Young, at the end of the day, looking forward to getting back and seeing the kids. Letcher County Schools not in session tomorrow, but maybe get in session this week. Don't know. We'll have to take it day by day. But your final thoughts tonight on these 2 games, 2 classic games, and even if you throw the JV game in, 3 classic games here tonight in Fleming Neon. Absolutely. It's been a while since we got to do a game because of the weather and the break, the way things were scheduled. But, man, what a treat. 3 good ball games. And like I said, I was here early enough to watch the entire JV game, and, I mean, it was good from the get-go as well. For Colby Ambergy, Mark Young, I'm Anthony Bersalia. Thank you for joining us tonight on Facebook Live and YouTube. We will be back tomorrow night. 7:15 will be the tip between Letcher and Leslie. If that's boys' game, if that changes, we'll let you know. And on top of that as well, too, we will have that game for you here. Probably try to go on about 6:55, 7 o'clock for the pregame. If there's any time changes, just those of you that have Facebook, just keep it to Facebook, find out there. And we want to thank you again for tuning us in. Everyone be safe driving home. Have a great night, and God bless. Until next time on Bluegrass Sports Nation.